Well, hello, everyone. The numbers in the chat are quite disappointing. Where the hell is everybody? I mean, I know. Sorry, Jean. Maybe people are mad that you've already got 1 point in the Casey Kasem's Top 40 Countdown 2025 version. Manuel Romero, I don't think you were there yesterday. You missed out on a good stream. We started off the Casey Kasem's Top 40 2025 version Countdown. So we made it through 40 to 36. If you have not seen that, it was yesterday's video. So go watch that shit. Just as a reminder, for all those people who have turned in music from 2025 that we reviewed and reacted to. This is now the fourth iteration of that where I pick my favorite top 40 in the style of Casey Kasem. If you're too young to know who that is, it's probably good. You have several more years to live. But for the elderly amongst us, some more than others, will remember who Casey Kasem is. He was famous in his radio show, and he had a countdown. So that is the shtick. But we are on our fourth iteration of that for the year 2025. If you would like to review all the songs that have made it on a top 40 countdown, we have, this will be the fourth one, but we have 3 full ones where we crown a winner who has the most songs that made it onto the list that year, and they win a free set to turn in. And a set, if you don't know what that is, if you're new here, go watch the intro video. It'll tell you how you can turn in songs for me to react to. We don't have many people on this channel, so there probably isn't going to be anybody new watching this, but that's okay. If there happens to be sometime in like 2038, if this channel's still around in YouTube, actually it won't be around because YouTube is purposely trying to kill itself. I see more and more Reddit posts about how YouTube ads are just getting out of control, and people are gonna eventually leave YouTube because they're gonna get sick and tired of it. And luckily, I don't have to necessarily worry about it yet, and I'm not gonna say why because I'll probably, dox myself. But anyway, let's get into a set. Just so you know, as far as the Casey Kasem Top 40s, it's basically going to take up the whole month of April before I go to my trip to Korea in May. So there's a few, I think this set and then a set next weekend sprinkled in there. But other than that, it's just going to be the straight countdown every Saturday and Sunday for the whole month of April because we need to get through it before I go to Korea in May because that's what I promised. And we will crown a new winner or maybe a winner that is a repeat winner from the years past. Let's see, who were the winners? I think Adrian took the first one. Can't remember who took the second one. And Michael took the third one. I know that. Who took the second one? Does anybody remember who won the second one? Why am I forgetting who won the second one? Can't remember. Colin, that's right, Colin, shit. Speaking of Colin, if you randomly watch this, please come back. I know... I mean, you just disappeared, bro. Like, you've been completely gone, and it's been a sad, sad state of affairs because you were the heart of the channel for over a year and a half. And though we didn't see eye to eye when it came to our musical tastes all the time, you were the best part of the channel for a long time. So we miss Colin. Sorry that I forgot that you won the second top 40, but you did turn in a lot of songs that year. All right, so let's... get into this set. This is a Jean-Francois set, who Jean, if you didn't hear me earlier, has already got a 1 song on the Casey Kasem's Top 40. And right now there's a 5-way tie for each person has 1 song on the list for the first top 40 countdown. So we'll see how that goes. Looking forward to that again next weekend. And let's see what Jean has for us today. This is 2026. So possibly, depending on what Jean picks, he could have another song on the 2026 version for next year. So let's see what happens. Let's get right into it. And then I'll catch up with your comments or your whatever you're chatting about in the chat because I can't read it while I'm talking. I can't do 2 things at once. All right, he says, anger is the overall tone of this selection. Interesting. About time you stopped shaming me, Michael. This 40-minute, 6-song set. Okay, we got 40 minutes. Perfect. We got 10 minutes in. will contain 3 tracks from 3 non-Alcest French bands, including 2 new to the channel, so 2 new bands. I like that. So beware your reaction, Mr. Shameless Michael, or I'll force you to listen to hours of Pyramid's rambling speech. Enough said. That would be hell, so don't tempt him there, and it would be more hell for me than anybody else. The first song we've had on the channel before because I always have a little tough time saying their name, but this is Inducti. I don't know if it's an sound or an sound, but Inducti. Sansara is the name. It's an 8-minute song, which again, anything over 7 minutes on this channel's got to earn it. A minute more is not that bad, but by the time this set is released, you will have listened to And Who's the God Now, which by Polish band Inducti, which is not an easy piece to get into. And I don't even remember the song, to be honest. And I'm never sure how you can react to their weird style of theirs. I think I do remember it when you say that. Here is another track by the same band opening the album Idman. This time, why do they always got to choose shit that like is, where do I put the stress? Is it a long E? Is it a long or a short I or a long I? Is it a long U or a short U? I don't know. They just need to make it more friendly. This time, fully instrumental. Uh-oh, we got a fully instrumental for 8 minutes. That's going to be a rough one. If you're going to have 8 minutes of an instrumental, you better be some good parts. Roughly composed of 2 parts, starting heavy and edgy, leading to a more peaceful and melancholic. You like the word melancholic, but still tense territory. Both parts led by guitar and violent melody. And I just want to say before we get into this song, Jean told us yesterday that he went to a Lazuli concert, which I saw on his Instagram. If you see up there in the right corner is my Instagram. If you have Instagram and you actually post shit, I will follow you back like Jean. And I saw Jean in his story had posted Lazuli concert, which Lazuli has made its way on the channel quite a bit, and I like a lot of their songs. So that was cool to see. I hope you enjoyed it, Jean. Tell us how the concert was overall in the chat. All right, let's get into this. Inducti, Sansara, 8:15 instrumental. Let's go. Blew out my ears. Sounds very Indian with that. I like that woo, woo. Whatever that is. Thanks, Pyramid. I wish my skin looked good every day. Oh yeah, happy Easter. I totally fucking forgot. Jesus has risen. Okay, so far I'm digging this. It's got like a... This is weirdness that I can handle because it's got a nice thing to it, like a nice rhythm and nice groovy chunk. But it's got other stuff going on too. By the way, where the fuck has Adrian been? He hasn't been around the whole weekend. That's interesting. Oh, I was just waiting for it to explode. But it just went to this. Okay. What's up, Galen, Fran, Nick? Love to see everybody in the chat, you regulars. I'm digging it, like the parts are not as cohesive yet. It's 8 minutes long. But I do like the riffs so far. I mean, so far it's pretty good, but If it doesn't have like themes, which you gotta have in an instrumental, in my opinion, it's gonna get boring really quick. So we'll see if they establish themes. Yeah. Feels like this would be a verse for someone to sing, doesn't it? Exactly, Manube. Gotta have a home base, especially if you don't have singing in a chorus. Like this. Again, the point of repetition, just like in school and learning, is to remember shit. Everybody's brain works the same way. If you don't have any repetition, it's easy for it to forget. That's the way music's gonna work too. So if you don't have any repetition in an 8-minute song, it's not gonna connect with your brain. It just won't. I mean, that's just a fact. That's why we have themes. That's why you have repetition. So far, maybe because I'm talking too much, I haven't heard anything repeat. I do like the parts. I just need it to connect. Nice, got a little halftime on the guitar. Well, Pyramid, I would say Dance of Eternity is not that great of an instrumental in my opinion. Has anybody, again, maybe I'm failing to hear it, but has there been a repetitive part yet? Has there been a theme established? I would agree, Manuel Romero. It's the worst of the DT instrumentals, in my opinion. I still have yet to hear it repeat anything, but I could be wrong. It is a first listen. And that's exactly why Dance of Eternity, I think, is the worst Dream Theater instrumentals, because it's more of just like, it doesn't have themes to it as much. It does, but connected to the album, but like, it doesn't really establish a good theme. It's more of just like, close to wankery, as I would call it. Okay, here's the melancholic, his favorite word, John's favorite word. I do like this part. It's got that, going back, harking back to that Indian vibe. Which, by the way, where is, I can't say his name. I can't remember how to say his name. Why can't he's been on the channel quite a bit, but he hasn't been around forever. The indie, yeah, Athurva. I couldn't think of how to say it. Athurva. I follow him on Instagram as well. Definitely my favorite part of this song right here, the melancholic part. And obviously, for my opinion, which people are going to disagree with me, Scott K. Yetse Jam is the best Dream Theater instrumental. It's just got everything in it, and it's not too long. Erotomania is a very close second for me. I'm glad you do, Jean, because you use it in every description video. And I like it. I told you, you're like the best English speaker secondhand that I've ever heard. Is it gonna resolve? It did. Galen. And that was my whole point, actually. My whole point is the way the brain functions. If you don't have repetition and themes established in an instrumental song, in a story, in your life, your brain does not remember it. That's the whole fucking point of repetition. Is it's not going to remember anything unless you develop themes. It's the way stories are written. It's the way movies are written. It's the way music is written. It's just an established fact of life. Home base, create a storyline that has repetitious themes is how you do everything in life. Your own life consists of the same thing. So when you have an instrumental, you've got to, especially, even more so than a regular song, you've got to have established repetition and themes. And I just didn't hear any of that in the first listen. Now, maybe when I listen again, I will hear some of those themes, but they were few and far between, even if I listen to it a second time and change my mind. So that would be my only critique against it and why it's not like fully in my brain. I did like a lot of the first parts, and especially that end part was my favorite part of the song. So here we go. I'd be interested in telling us, Jean, why you like them so much. Let's get into OK Goodnight, who is a potential top 40. I'm not going to say either way, but they're a potential top 40 winner. OK Goodnight. This song is Awake. It's only 540. OK Goodnight is to me an already established young American band from Boston with just 2 albums that I came to appreciate a lot, thanks to the fact that each of their songs have something different to offer, so that my appreciation of diversity and progressiveness is completely fulfilled. Here's another song called Awake, which, why don't you just rip off Dream Theater some more? Coming from their EP Under the Veil, that was part of the soundtrack of the animated series RWBY, I don't know what that is, and was later included in their first album, Limbo. Casey Lee, great name, Williams, is the main singer of the series and lead singer of the band. This song, as explained by her, is all about accepting your... See, is Casey Lee Williams a girl? Why are they spelling it C-A-S-E-Y? This is why I hate my first name. Because it functions as a male, a female, and sometimes a fucking dog's name. It's like, I got the worst name ever. Just call me Morgan. This song, as explained by her, is all about accepting your inner demons and learning to live with them. Learning to live, there's another DT reference, instead of dying to completely extract them from your being. All right, OK Goodnight. Let's get into Awake and see how this is different than the first one. Okay, I was like, what the heck? Yeah, no kidding, Joel. Ooh. Need to turn this up. Okay, this is a nice little theme that's being established, and it's in halftime. How can you not love it? Leon's pretty cool. But, Galen, listen to me. I got a girl guy first name and a girl guy Morgan's last name. I didn't win anywhere. My parents did hate me. Sweet. This is definitely better than the first song. It's pretty sick. Let's see if it continues this theme. Like her voice? sure Kelly will not be happy. Hey, I had to go through junior high short as shit, so I had problems on the other end there, Galen. Beautiful. Nice build here. Like that, da 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 da. Not following your typical rhythm. That's interesting, Sacha. Okay, I like her voice. I like the riff of the song that's repeating, the theme. But I don't know if I don't feel like the melody and chorus is really very catchy yet. Let's see. I like her voice. I feel like the guitar is really in the backdrop. Sounds a little muddy. I wish the guitar had more guts to it. Nice. Yay! No vibrato, nothing. Love it. Ooh, halftime, baby. Da 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 da. Woo! Like that. Wow, that's awesome. I love the riff here. Fucking heavy, nasty, groovy. Fucking great guitar here. Holy shit. Damn. Holy shit. Huh. Okay, so I'll definitely say that song number 2 is better than 1. Like the riffage, like a lot of the themes in it. Love when they go to the doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo. But again, something about, like, her voice is excellent. Love the notes that she's hitting, but something about the melody was not as catchy as it could be. So I think that song would go on a playlist. I just don't know how much I'll love it. It could be a grower, but it could also be a no-shower, which to me a no-shower means like I kind of dig it at first and then it goes downhill instead of uphill each time I listen to it. That one's on the fence for sure. So we'll have to see what happens the more I listen to that. Yeah, and we do want to know, where the hell is Skippy? Skippy should be here. All right, let's get into number 3 since we got lots of music left. And he's got a fucking book here that he wrote. You and Pyramid need to seriously like use AI to say, make this shorter. We got Lazuli coming up, which is who he saw last night. La Belle Naqua. I don't know how to say that. Naqua? Is that how you say it? I have never taken French in my life. Michael's obsessed wish will be fulfilled because from then on, we will have 3 songs in a row by 3 different French bands. Wow. Here's an unusually dark song by Lazuli from an album I will spare you, Cap, from pronouncing it since you strive to do your best last time. Thanks. La Belle Naqua. Naqua. Meaning the beautiful darkness. Deals with how hatred can corrupt and lose one's mind. The French lyrics, always refined, poetic, full of play on words, and exquisitely delivered by lead singer Dominique Leonetti. Leonetti? That sounds Italian. With his crystalline, why don't you steal from Haken? Voice, add much to the power of their songs, but are difficult to transcribe. I'm not even going to try to say that. LazuliAbysse, Here Comes the Beast, is the lyric pattern of the song. I don't even know what that means. It was on my list of tracks for the hate, anger hodgepodge, although it is a kind of subdued, menacing anger not belonging to the metal genre. While playing the song in the background, Cap will show you a glimpse of how the liod instrument looks like. I will. Acting as a mix between a lap steel guitar and a continuum keyboard, created by musician Claude Leonetti, the singer's brother, after he had a bike accident heavily diminishing the use of his left arm. Wow, that sucks. You will hear it much in the final instrumental section. Real quick, was I supposed to include another picture? I don't think I did. If I was supposed to, I think I forgot. Is it attached to this? I don't see it attached to this. Oh shit. Hopefully it's just a part of the song that you gave me, because I don't think I have another. Let me check. Jean, am I supposed to have another photo that I'm supposed to upload to this? Because I kind of remember you saying that, but I don't. Did you give it to me in the actual, like, did you attach it as a photo? I don't remember. Shit, sorry. I don't remember. Let's try to get into song number 3. This is only 5 minutes long. Is that it? No, it's not. Whoa, pretty loud.
Comme une gangrène, tu t'imposes en mon être.
Another male. Okay, let's see if I can get it.
L'indicible haine qui lentement me pénètre. À l'oreille du moi.
I don't have it. I just have a picture for your set in June.
Celle dont on ne veut pas et qu'on n'a pas pu naître. Voici le réveil du monstre, la belle noirceur, celle que jamais on ne montre, mais qui devient notre sœur. Cette chose qui hante, ce mal qui fait peur, cette langoureuse descente dans les obscures profondeurs. Voici la paix.
Okay, sorry, Jean. I totally screwed that one up.
Voici la paix. Comme une gangrène, tu t'imposes en mon être. Et toi, l'indicible haine, celle que l'on voue au traître. Dans touche les os, les chairs de la confiance avide. Je contiens le poison au creux de ma cage thoracique. Je verrouille la prison de mes mots toxiques. Je dompte la bête, domestique ma haine. Je la tiendrai des secrètes.
Yeah, what's up with that, Sean? He was here at the beginning, wasn't he? He just took off.
Voici la bête. Voici la bête.
I don't know how to describe this song.
Voici la bête.
Sounds like I'm at like a French circus. Me and Manoob have the same, I think we all have the same. I think it's the first time we've all been on the same page. It is different and interesting, I'll give it that. Part's good. It does like I guess the carousel on the front of the album cover kind of matches the song for me in my head. Yeah, I wouldn't say the vocals were bad either. I mean, maybe you're being overzealous with your use of description, but to have bad like vocals is like something Pyramid turns in, not this. This is like, you may not prefer it, but it's definitely not bad vocals. Is that the end? Yeah, I mean, I'm going to defend Jean here because you may, to me, those kinds of vocals are like a James LaBrie. Like, you don't like them, maybe, and you don't like the tone of it, and it's not your preference, but I wouldn't call them bad vocals. They're good vocals. Like, he's hitting the pitches, he sounds good, good melody, but maybe the tone is not something you prefer. I just wouldn't call it bad. I would just say, don't really care for the vocals. Maybe a little bit different. Maybe I'm just talking about preference and getting too lost in the weeds of stuff. Yeah, so that song probably wouldn't go on a playlist. It does have a... I like Fran's description, like a bad dream about getting locked in a traveling circus after closing. It has that kind of feel, but wouldn't call it a bad song, just not something I prefer. There's a good application of what I was talking about. All right, let's get into the next song. We are on song number 4, which is it I think it's Abyss, but because there's 2 S's, it might be Abysse. I doubt it. I think it's Abyss. The song is I Will Rise. It's only 4 minutes and 41 seconds, shortened to the point. Here's another French band I discovered recently, but that no longer produces albums. I Will Rise is a song about Abyss coming from their album I Am the Wolf, released in 2016. Abyss is an only instrumental band, but the absence of a singer is not a defect, as the mighty atmosphere and the massive guitar melodies are various enough to keep the interest. And only a 4 minute 41 second song, that is like the length of an instrumental that you can get behind because it's shortened to the point, not 8 minutes long. I mean, literally double that time. You really got to push it to make instrumental, in my opinion, good if you're going to have double time. So here we go with song number 4. Let's go. Fuck yeah. Woo! See? Establishing a theme. Yes. Straight fucking rock. The best transition, but hey. Halftime, oh yeah. So far, it's my favorite song if it keeps up like this. Only one kind of bad transition. Nice little guitar solo. Doing a good job at keeping it like a little interesting but not changing too much. I think some people get bored with this little, that's why it's only a 4 minute 41 second song. Only one bad transition so far for me. Only one. Maybe I spoke too soon. No, I feel like it's a good transition. Sounds like a Devon section. A Debbie section. Yeah, it sounds very much like a Devon sound transition. Slash riff. Yeah, this part right here is totally Devon. It sounds like Jack. Sounds like a Jack. What's his last name? I can never think of his last name. The famous, popular. Dun 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 dun. What's his name? Jack what? Jack White? Is that what it is? Jack White? Jack White. And what's the name of that famous song? Dun, 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 dun. Ohio State plays it sadly for their... Come on, somebody. Scott K is usually the one that knows exactly what I'm talking about when I'm just talking code like this. Jack White, is that his name? And what's the famous song that he sings with the chick playing drums? That last part sounded like that. All right, so that's definitely my favorite song. Why are you laughing, Pyro? Maybe because I can't remember the most famous song in the last like 20 years, because it is. Isn't it Jack White? Not Jack Black. Somebody help me out. Save me from sinking here. Come on. The fuck is that what is it called? Is it called Seven Nations Army? Because that doesn't ring a bell at all. Is that the name of the dumb song? It's the famous one where the girl's fucking playing drums and it's just that dumb like straight down beat. Dun 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 dun. Something like that. What the hell is it? Jack something is the name of the guy who sings it. Oh my god, you guys are terrible. What the hell is it? Is that the name of the song? Seven Nations Army? White Stripes. That is the band. I couldn't fucking think of the band. Thank you, Jesus. Yeah, White Stripes. The White Stripes. I could not think of it. That stupid, dumb song that became really, really popular for like the dumbest, easy beat. Might as well just play G, G, F, E. G, G, F, E. And it became this fucking dun, 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 popular song that everybody fucking loves. Even Ohio State football plays the damn song, and I'm like, come on. Like, I remember when it came out being like, this is the dumbest song ever, but everybody loved it. All right, let's get in number 5. We got 2 more songs. That song is going on a playlist. I think it's short, sweet, love all the stuff. Only one bad transition, but I can accept that. How the hell do you say this band's name? It sounds like Hacride, like from fucking Harry Potter, but it's Hacride. Hacride? Hacride? I'm just going to call him Haggard because it looks so similar to the fucking name of Harry Potter. Act of God, 6 minutes and 43 seconds. Last French band of the set, this time with growls, is called Hacride. Hacride. With the song Act of God coming from their 2009 album Lazarus. Oh, Rising from the Dead. Raising from the Dead, haha, on Easter. I know what you're doing here. Delivering powerful, intricate, sometimes groovy guitar work and rhythm in a relentless way that only seems to cool down towards the end. This song, dealing with how humans can be destructive by following their so-called God's wish, is full of anger and is a track that I could have chosen for the hate-anger hodgepodge. The band gained reputation at the time when they supported Gojira as the opening act, but unfortunately no longer produces albums. So I'll be honest, I almost forgot that this is a hate-anger set, because I'll be honest, Jean, other than the last song maybe, I don't feel a lot of hate-anger in these songs. Musically. Now maybe in the lyrics, yes, but musically I don't feel like this, heavy hate-anger, but that's just me. Here we go. Song number 5. Hey, dig this shit. For sure. Okay, anger more than hate. That makes sense. Okay, I'm sure Scott K is gonna love this. They're a French band too. do like that ostinato feel. I like the riff, not digging the singing as much. God. How do you say their name? Can somebody transliterate it for me? And yes, I was humming Seven Nation Army wrong because the song that it ended on messed with my mind. Dun 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 dun. That's the right one. Sorry, I admit my wrong. I mean, how can anybody not like that? This kind of riff, like, so fucking awesome. Someone needs a hug. The singer needs a hug. Oh, it's starting to. Nice. Again, I like the riff. This song is not doing as much for me as the other ones, except for Scott K because of the damn singing. This is probably an example of too much repetition. I was complaining at the beginning about not having any repetition. The bell curve, people. You don't want too much. This sounds very Dream Theater here. You don't want too much repetition, but you don't want no repetition. That's funny, Manu. I just remember when it came out, I was like, this is the dumbest song in the world. And it became like one of the most popular songs ever written. Simple, but it had a very catchy, you know, riff. Yeah, I'm not digging this song much. I think I even like it less than the Lazuli song. That's interesting, Sean, that you recognize that just now about yourself. Have you always known that? But it sounds like you're kind of coming to this idea. Wow. Manuel Romero and I are twins today. Okay, favorite part of the song right here. Just stay here for a minute. Wow. Sorry, Jean. Everybody's kind of on the same page with your songs, at least. Everyone's putting this last. Sasha, you are just a lover. You're Don Juan. Sasha Don Juan. Okay, I actually feel like this is the best part of the song. The beginning riff was good, just repeated too much. That's interesting point there, Pyramid. I love sick rhythm and beat, but I gotta have melody. The bass, nice. Sean wants to be the foundation of the band, along with the drums. Is that the end? The second half of the song is so divided from the first. It's so interesting. Manuel Romero. All right, so I think half or more of the chat right now is in agreement that that was not the best song of the set. It was the least. I wouldn't call it a horrible song by any means. We have definitely had worse. Pyramid. Did I just say that? All right, but I like the riff at the beginning. It just got overly repetitive, and then I really like the end actually, like the do 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 do. Kind of nice, but overall the song just did not stick for whatever reason. So yeah, I would say none of the songs are bad, just nothing other than song number 4 for me is sticking. So let's see if number 6 can overcome, because usually just the way people turn in sets and the way people think and the way life runs, you save the best for last. So let's see if you saved the best for last. Song number 6, is by Riverside. We have not had Riverside on here in a long time. It's 8 minutes and 33 seconds, which, what is it with, I've always said this about Riverside. The best Riverside songs are like 7 minutes or less. Anytime they get into the 8, 7, 8, 9, 10, they drag it out too much. Let's see if this can go against the grain here. Long time no see. Let's end the set in a softer atmosphere with Riverside and the song Wasteland. Coming from the album of the same name, the style will not depart from what you described, Cap, as how the band delivers controlled, well-paced music while not taking off too much. Yes. They just kind of sit here. They kind of dick tease you, making you think it's going to be like Caligula's Horse, and then it doesn't. It just kind of stays mid. I love this track, especially when played live. As the title suggests, the main theme is attempting to survive after the apocalypse. Interesting. But I think it is also a tribute to their late guitar player, Grudzinski, I don't know how to say his name, who died of a heart attack at the age of 39. I remember that just before the making of this album. I think it's yet another spirited, thoughtful, refined composition. Nice choice of words there. Including a long, cinematic, beautifully restrained instrumental section, ending with a memorable melody. Look at your use of alliteration here. I insist to see the band live one day if you have the opportunity. I would love to. Do they ever come to fucking Columbus, Ohio? Let's see how this 8-minute mini epic journey will captivate your soul, or not, because a lot of times it gets too long once they get past the 7-minute mark. Let's see how it goes. Okay, that scared the shit out of me. I was like, did I not upload the damn song?
Waiting silence until the stars go dark. My companion with your cracked with the tar.
Inoffensive.
That day's coming, I know
Sasha.
that you're calling on me.
Yeah, Sasha is the oddball here. The funny thing is he doesn't recognize that.
I don't want you to make me wait too long.
That was pretty funny though, Sasha. I'll give you credit for that joke. Sasha just made some funny jokes. That was good.
Half-baked colors, residues of my soul.
Like that.
Caught by the wind, hunting thirsty for love.
Nice.
That day's coming, I know that you're calling on me. That day's coming, I know that you're calling on me. I don't want you to make me wait too long. It's time to get on.
I'm just waiting for it to kick in because this is even low key for Riverside. They always start like this and then the bass and the drums come in. far this is pretty. Let's see where it goes. Okay, here's the typical. But it's kind of weird. I felt like it was like very up front in the mix, and then when it went into this, it's kind of like they turned the volume down. Is anybody else hearing that? This is very Riverside right here. Well, it kicks in more than they do at the beginning. Nice. Yeah, see, I agree. I like this just like sitting in the pocket. Just sometimes I think they do it too long. Sasha, with the jokes today, I just read your I'm just a normie. Hey, I'm happy to be a normie. I don't want to stick out. I'm more Asian in that way. Cool. See, that was a great transition. Great transition right there. And there's the keys that are very Riverside-esque. Pyramid, I would agree that the first section could have just, and that probably is the minute and a half that they didn't need. I would even say this is like low key for Riverside. Riverside usually does more than this. So we'll see if they build like they normally do. I like the song for sure. It's even less buildy than Riverside's used to. Spaghetti Western. That's great. Okay, here's the build. Woo! I like the building here. Make my day. Is that a water gun? So Easter of you. Yeah, here's the buildy, long burn, slow burn. I think this is the one song that doesn't fit the theme, right, Sean? Very typical Riverside riff here. Definitely don't like this as much as 4, but I like it more than the other songs. do feel like this is like a section. This could even be like a, I know Skippy will get mad at this, but this could be like a Marillion-ish-esque part. Wow. Manuel Romero and myself are on the same page for today, at least. I would just say, I think that Pyramid actually hit the nail on the head. When he said that first section could be gone. Like, if they just got rid of that first intro acoustic section and started it right when it came in, I think that would have made it even more of a lovelier song, because it would have taken out about a minute and a half of what I think is not necessarily needed there. But that's just my own opinion. It's a typical slow burn, but I would even say that was even less burny and buildy than a typical Riverside song. But it was good. I do like it. Like I said, it's a very kind of song, especially at the end. And yeah, I would say overall good set. I don't know if anything on here is a top 40 worthy song. Maybe number 4. What did I say? 5 or 4 could make it into that category. Have to listen to it some more. We will be here next weekend with Casey Kasem's top 40, 35 through 31 on Saturday, and then on Sunday we have a set by Sasha. So Sasha's going to kill all of our ears next Sunday, so be prepared for that. And his jokes, because he's become a jokey joke. We love you, Sasha. All right, everybody, have a great rest of the week. Hopefully it goes fast, and we are back here for Casey Kasem's Top 40 in a snap of a finger. Peace out.